Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. Delighted to be joined here with Mr. Frank Smith. Frank, how are we?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm good. Why do you always respond to me like that?
What do you want me to... I care about other people. What are you filming, the wall or me?
It's quite hard, you know.
Is it?
I ain't got guns like you.
Oh, guns? What, to hold up the camera? I care about how other people are, because I'm always good. So I'm asking you how you are.
Frank, we've just seen Leigh Wood regain his WBA world title here against Mauricio Lara. I think obvious in that Leigh was very good and probably showed what he could have done and maybe should have done in the first fight. Lara a little bit flat?
Look, Leigh Wood, you can't take anything away. Unbelievable performance, you know. And he had that risk the whole time of what we saw in the first fight as well. And we know Mauricio Lara can do that at any point in a fight. But, you know, tremendous performance, and to get straight back in there after that first fight and do that, it was unbelievable. Not many fighters would have done that and taken that risk.
Next, I know there is a WBA mandatory. I just spoke to Ben Davison about that. Being brutally honest, it's a sort of high-risk, low-reward fight in Comatol. Do you try and maybe get an exemption and do this on a quick turnaround with Warrington at the City Ground?
Yeah, possibly. But look, at the same time, I also think the Warrington and Wood fight's massive without a belt as well. You know, I think it's a great fight. But let's see what happens. You know, Komatov, you got Ray Ford as well, ranked number 2 at the WBA. So there's a few discussions to be had, but that's next week's job. You know, it was amazing to see him become 2-time world champion tonight, and you know he'll treasure that moment for a long time. Maybe he becomes maybe he lets the belt go, becomes 3-time world champion. Who knows?
Quick run through the rest of the card.
Yeah, Jack Catterall looked brilliant, and fair play to Okolie because he brought a fight as well. But Jack Catterall, great performance, especially after that long out the ring, and the kind of fight he needed probably as well. You know, not a walk in the park, someone who kept coming the whole way throughout the fight. So yeah, brilliant to have Jack Catterall back. All about momentum now and keeping busy. Terry Harper, good win. She's obviously she had a frustrating period, getting ready, and then delays, cancellations. So, you know, it was good for her to get back up and running in there. Aqib Fiaz in a tough fight, in a real tough fight, but, you know, good performance from him and a great crowd in there. Campbell Hatton, a good stoppage win again for him tonight. Aaron Bowen in a tough fight, which was good for his learning. You know, also a great win as well on the card. See you later, guys. For William Crawler in his first ever fight, in his debut. So, you know, it was a great show top to bottom and an exciting night in Manchester.
Frank, Lawrence Okolie was beaten by Chris Billam-Smith tonight. Firstly, Chris Billam-Smith in his post-fight interview dedicated it to his mum, who's currently suffering with breast cancer. In the industry, those around us just know what a man Chris Billam-Smith is, and real credit to him tonight. A great man and probably a real deserving world champion.
He deserves it more than anyone. Yeah, he's a lovely bloke, and you know, we've been lucky enough to work with him for a long time, and to see him do that, and you know, selling out that venue, it was brilliant to see, and he really deserves it. I didn't realise that about his mum, actually. I didn't know, but yeah, he deserves it, and he's worked so hard for it throughout his career, and I know how much it will mean to him. So you know, he was a big outsider as well. You know, Okolie had faced the better opposition. I actually thought Chris would win, but you know, it was still a big shock or upset to a lot of people. But yeah, great to hear, a great person.
Your reaction to Lawrence Okolie losing?
I mean, Chris Billam-Smith did what he needed to do. Like I said, I actually thought Chris Billam-Smith, I said it earlier in an interview earlier this week, I thought Chris Billam-Smith would win. So it's not a huge surprise to me. But there were some people saying he probably could have been disqualified in the fight. I didn't get to watch it all. You know, he has an interesting style, which, you know, had some points deducted throughout the fight. But yeah, I thought Chris Billam-Smith was due the win.
All right, Frank, just quickly, a good friend of us all, Mick Conlan, unfortunately stopped tonight by Alberto Lopez. I suppose also with this, Josh Warrington's stock also goes up. Just your reflection, and I imagine you have seen that.
Yeah, I saw that. Sorry. That's right, mate. Yeah, like I get on really well with Mick Conlan as well, and you know, we know what a good boxer he is, and he showed that when he fought Leigh Wood. Obviously, didn't finish the way he would have wanted, but you know, tonight I think he he was in against a very good fighter in Lopez. As you say, Warrington obviously went the distance with him, but Lopez is a quality fighter, and a great win for him. But yeah, we'll have to see what Mick Conlan will do now. Unbelievable atmosphere in there as always. He's always had huge support. So it was a shame not to get the win. It would have been great because there's so many big fights to be made across those guys. But it doesn't write off a future fight because he's always in entertaining fights and always takes tough tests.
Frank, as always, been a pleasure this week. Thank you for everything. Enjoy Mykonos, mate.
Thank you, Parsons. First Abu Dhabi and then Mykonos.
True, Abu Dhabi. I'm going to pill up on that. Eubank-Benn?
Meetings. I like meetings.
4 fights, 4 cards a year. Are you trying to? I know it hasn't quite happened. The last one was November, but trying to get the ball rolling again.
Yeah, we've been working for a long time getting stuff together, and it's all about a longer-term plan as well, and longer-term vision. Not just professional fight nights, but building boxing in the region and opportunities for young fighters in the UAE and the amateur scene as well. So lots of discussions ongoing. So we're out there for a couple of days, and should be exciting.
Enjoy, mate. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Parsons.